everyone, and welcome to our Healing Soul Circle with the Sickle Cell Mental Health and Wellness Initiative. We are so glad to welcome you and to have you join us on this beautiful Sunday from wherever part of the world you're joining us from, right? And if you're watching it recorded, when it's the recording, then we welcome you to the recording time also. My name is Dr. Margie Dejoie, and we have the rest of the leadership team here that is going to say hello to you, and we're going to get through to our program. So, to my left on my screen, or to my right, is Dr. Rowley. Dr. Rowley, you want to say hello to everyone?
Hey there, hi there, ho there, everyone. Coming to you live from California. And we are very happy that you've tuned in. And then just get ready to just rock, be inspired, get in touch. Whatever you're feeling, we're touch that. Thank you for joining us.
Awesome. And after next person on our leadership team, Eminosi, please say hi to everyone.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. I'm Eminusi. I'm the intern, and I'm on the opposite side of Dr. Raleigh. I'm on the East Coast in Pennsylvania, so I'm glad to be here tonight.
Yay. And I'm hoping our other intern can just say hello to everyone really quickly if she can unmute and say hi.
Hello, everyone. My name is Doin Sade. I am very pleased to be here, to be with you today. I'm actually not from any coast. I'm in the Midwest, so I'm coming to you live from Chicago. Nice to meet you all.
We're covering all angles. And did we lose our beautiful good morning, good evening, Etta? Did we lose our beautiful Dima? We have one other leadership team member. I don't see her square at the moment, but when she comes back on, she will introduce herself. And we always give grace to all the individuals on our leadership team, and we always hold space for individuals who cannot necessarily be with us live. But what we love to think is that you guys can use this time with us in any state of wellness or slightly unease that you're in. So we'd like you all to help us send some prayers and elevate two of our leadership team members, Heather and Clayton, who are a little bit more under the weather today. And of course, to everyone else in our community that probably needs a little bit of that elevation. So today, we are sharing a concept that we all want to champion in our community, and it's going to be called the blessed moment. And I know that our interns will go a little deeper into that concept with you guys and explain what that means. And we are hoping that this becomes just one of our things, kind of one of our campaigns that we do all throughout the year and we share with everyone. We're going to start with some breath work and mindfulness, maybe a little bit of movement, a little bit of stretching, but then we're going to go right into that. And the interns are going to lead the way and we're going to share just some awesomeness for today and maybe reflect a little bit. It's been some amazing events have happened in the past couple of weeks. I got to meet so many people during the Leadership Summit, and it was so amazing and so full of joy and huggable moments that felt so good. So if I saw you there and met you there, it was so magnificent to see you and lay eyes on you. And please, if you are joining us from Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or StreamYard, just say hello to us. Let us know who you are, where you're coming from. We love the interaction. And before I go into our mindfulness, I see that we got our beautiful Dima back. So Dima, you want to say hi to everyone before we jump into some mindfulness?
Hello, everyone. I'm so sorry that I dropped off, but I am here and I cannot wait to begin with you and share our wellness journey together.
Yay! We're so happy she's back. So, with that, let's settle in. Let's start to get grounded. Something that's really important and something that's so accessible is being able to tune in to your own knowing, being able to listen to the message that your mind, your body, and your spirit is giving you internally. And we get to take a pause altogether and become more aware of that knowing. So whether you're seated laying in a chair like the rest of the leadership team. I'm sitting on a bolster. Please find a position that's comfortable for you. And as you do that, I want you to begin to soften. Soften all muscles throughout your body, releasing the tension in your jaw, in your face, in your eyes, in your shoulders. Soften through your chest, your stomach, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your calves, your feet. Soften through the top of your head and begin to become aware of your breath. The gentle inhale through the nose, the pause, the exhale through the nose, and the pause. Such a simple tool that we all share, but so powerful. To think that as we inhale, pause, and exhale, that we are sharing the same breath, so to speak. We are sharing the same air. And as you get in tune with your own rhythm, I invite you to close your eyes if you haven't already. Place your palms up for receiving or palms down for grounding. And start to slow your breath down. I want you to drag that inhale a little bit longer. Hold the pause a little bit longer. And release that exhale a little bit longer. Feeling your body slow down as you tune into your breath. I'm going to do a quick body scan from the bottom up. Feel that breath and air go through the bottom of your feet, the top of your feet. Breathe into your ankles. Breathe into your calf muscles and your shins. Breathe into your knees. Breathe into your thighs. Into your hips. Feel the breath move into your stomach, your navel. Move it up into your chest, your torso, your rib cage. Feel it expand your lungs and into your heart, moving up through your hands, your arms, your biceps, your triceps, your shoulders. Breathe into your collarbone, your traps, your neck, your back. Feel your back expand and contract. Breathe into your neck, your jaw, your teeth, your cheeks, your tongue. Breathing into your ears, your eyes, your nose, your forehead. and the top of your head. And with each breath, feeling that part of your body soften. Feel it release. And feel it accept the nurturing that you're providing. Feel the coolness of the air come in through your nostrils and the warmth of the air empty out onto the top of your lip. Allow the breath to be the vehicle by which you listen to your inner voice. Allow your breath to take you to that place where you can tap into the messages that your spirit and that your body is giving you. As you settle in that breath, fill your heart with grace and kindness. And as a community with each breath, remind yourself that you are not alone and that we are here with you. One breath, one community, one heart. If there are any places in your body that require a little extra love, send the next breath to that area. Send healing to whatever part of your body that requires it. And know that the strength of that healing is amplified with everyone breathing with you. Begin to take a couple of deeper breaths here. The inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. Feel the power of your community around you, amplifying your breath and your healing as we bring our palms to heart center, thumb knuckles to chest, or both hands on your heart. As we take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today, for putting a moment aside to connect with your mind, your body, and your spirit. Remembering that your breath is your superpower. Your breath ignites the fire within. Your breath fills you with love and kindness, and your breath brings you closer to your truth, and may our truths cross paths. Sending love out to all beings everywhere and holding space for those who cannot be with us now. May they be happy. May they be healthy. May they have peace. And may they be free. Sending you my light and surrounding you with my love. Be blessed. With that, let's slowly begin to open up our eyes. Let's do a couple of wrist circles here. Reverse the wrist circles. Shoulder rolls up and back. Maybe 3 back. Let's reverse 3 forwards. And one little thing for energy. I want you to take your hands and we're going to clap, you guys. And I want you to rub. Rub, 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 rub. Feel that heat and then stop. Shake the hands out real quick and cup the palms over your eyes. I want you to feel that heat. Feel that energy that you generate. Take a breath in through your nose. Blow it out through your mouth. Another breath in. Out through the mouth. And one more in and out. Release the hands down. Roll the head to the right. Circle it forward and to the left. Take your time from the left. Circle it forward to the right. Yes, bring it center. Reach your arms up into a V. This is our V for victory. Let's take a bend over to the right side just really quickly. I have to warm up that spinal cord a little bit. Inhale to the V again. Exhale, side bend over to the other side. Inhale to the V. Exhale. Let's take a little bend forwards over your legs. Most important thing we can do is warm up the spine in every direction. Inhale, big V, and exhale. Let's drop the head back, hands behind us, because it's like the vertebrae is the major highway to our body. Inhale to a V. Exhale, allow the hands to gently float down. So the more that you can open up that major highway, right, the more accessible the blood can get to all parts of your body, and you can feel fresh, awake, rejuvenated, and present in the moment. You want to stay in the moment. Well, I feel awake. I feel ready for the blessed warrior moment. I'm all excited. So that is what we're doing today. We're sharing a concept that our interns are going to take us on a journey and talk about this, and then we will ask some questions, we will respond, we will share thoughts, and then we're all going to go with our, leave this moment with our hearts very full. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Aminosi and Dorian Sade to start our journey for the day.
Hello, everyone. I hope we're all feeling a lot calmer and more relaxed after that. I know I do. I love me and my little body again. So I hope everybody feels the same way. So yes, today is going to be the Blessed Warrior Moments. This is one of hopefully many other future Blessed Warrior Moment sessions that we'll be having together as the Sickle Cell Mental Health and Wellness Initiative. And with that being said, we just wanted to kind of open up the floor and talk about specifically what Blessed Warrior Moment necessarily means and acknowledge some of the blessings that has happened to us over the course of the week, the month, the year even, and some blessings that we can speak into our lives for the rest of this week. And it's a new month, so the month of April and then the rest of the 2023 year. So primarily, I just want to start off by saying to everybody and asking the question, what happened to you all this week that made you stop and kind of say to yourself, even say out loud that I'm blessed. Like I'm truly blessed in this current moment in this space. Anybody can feel free to share that thought. I see a hand, Dr. Marjorie.
I just had so many blessings this week. I don't know where to start. No. And what I love is that we can talk about the simple things. So something that touched my heart so much this past week was that I got beautiful, beautiful pink roses from a sweetheart of a person that is not new to my life, but is in my life in a new way this year. And she happens to be on the leadership team. So Dima at the leadership summit just filled my heart with roses. It was just so amazing. It just brought me to tears, and it was so moving. It was so unexpected, but it was so appreciative. I appreciated it so much. So I'm going to kick it off by starting with that. And Dima, I have taken one of the roses to save forever. So I sprayed it and pressed it, and it's in my book. So you are with me wherever I go. So thank you so much for that beautiful blessed moment that you gave me.
I love that.
Well deserved. It's well deserved. Thank you. Can I go next?
That. Oh, sure. Go ahead.
So I think the leadership summit just woke me up in a new way. It validated that for those of you who were not able to attend, we're so sorry, but please think about coming next year. But the experience of the leadership summit validated me as an advocate. I felt like I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been advocating for sickle cell disease for 20 years, but seeing other people engaging in talking about advocacy, I feel like I was in the right place at the right time. Being poured into, and the reason why you got the roses, Dr. Marge, is because I felt like you've been pouring into me, and I feel established, and I feel blessed. And this is a place that I never thought I would be. I never thought, I would talk about sickle cell to this magnitude. I always ran away from it, but something so painful is pushing me and pushing us to our purpose. So yeah, I feel blessed in that regard.
I love that.
I love that too.
So I'm one of those that wanted to go, but unable. So I felt so torn. However, in terms of the week and the blessing, there was so much happening. The beautiful thing is that I was thankful. I'm always thankful that every single day that I am awakened, I have something to do. I have a purpose. And sometimes those days are long, but they're not with complaint at all. Sometimes they're very long, and sometimes they go into the next day. But I'm just thankful. I was thinking about, you know, years ago, there was not a community like this. Don't get me wrong. There were always those of us who were warriors, but there was not a community like this, seriously. And I really, even the warriors who are out there, I have compassion because I don't want anyone to feel so alone and isolated, and um, their find their community, um, and to at least let us know what communities that people are desiring. Because listen, years ago there wasn't anything like this, and so you were kind of on your own unless you went to camp with someone and you guys stayed in touch, but you were on your own. And I'm thankful that I've been asked to be part of this leadership community on the team for the mental health and wellness, which is near and dear to my heart. And because the community is near and dear to me. So my blessing is seriously every day. I'm just so incredibly thankful. Whether it's very busy As long as I can get connected in some way, um, I'm honored. But I really would. It's a call out. Anyone that can hear us, we don't want you to feel alone. And you need to let us know because the consortium is really good at hearing voices, hearing your voice, and figuring out a community so that no one is left behind, no one is feeling alone. But if you're part of this community, um, then we look forward to our Sundays at 4 p.m. Western, PST time, and Eastern 7. Something that we look forward to in terms of being connected. So thank you.
Yeah, that was lovely. Thank you, Dr. Rowley. And to keep it in theme, I guess for my blessing that I would acknowledge that happened over the course of the week for me. As you all know, I have an annual walk that comes up in July, so planning and everything gets a little started now. I'm a little late, can't lie, but we're getting the wheels turning, and I just think to myself sometimes how this will be my 8th walk coming up, and the summer will be my 12th year free of sickle cell. And thinking to myself, I can't lie, because sometimes even I haven't been in the sickle cell space per se in the past 12 years, but to still be like welcomed into that space and not, shunned for, oh, she's not one of us no more. Like she got the cure type of thing. Like still having that welcoming energy from the people that I encounter is so nice because even beyond, the 12 years, it's easy to have like feelings of survivor's guilt in a way, but then to remember that I still have like the sickle cell community and beyond the cure, I still stand as an advocate for the community is something that I think about. And I'm thankful to God because even beyond the cure, I still will be in the hospital every month in rotation, receiving these transfusions, so on and so forth. So I'm grateful for my health and everything that came about from that whole journey.
Well, we're not letting you go. I'm sorry, I had to say that. The first day I met you, which is eons ago, I should say your mom first and then you, it was a wrap. I was never going. You're always in the community with open arms forever and ever. We are so blessed to have just each other.
But I like that term. If it's not already being used, beyond the cure, there should be a platform because it's happening more and more. And we want people like yourself, Amanosi, to feel like there's still a community. So I like that actually.
Well, we're going to build it out then, Dr. Rowley.
Yeah.
Yep. We are. Nobody take it. Everybody's listening. It's ours. We're going to officially build it out because we've been talking.
Sorry. We named it and claimed it. Okay.
We named it and claimed it. There we
named it and claimed it.
Exact moment.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Go. I'm sorry. Amanosi, go ahead.
I just wanted to see if Dwayne has a moment to unmute herself, but if you can read some of the chat box.
Dwayne Sade, did you want to say, we wanted you to say your blessed one. Can you talk just yet?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you lost her for a second. Hopefully
she'll come back. I can read some of the Facebook comments.
Yeah.
Etta Carter, she said, I'm blessed to learn new things and meet new people at the Leadership Summit. I'm glad you're able to attend.
I met Etta. It was so wonderful. Oh my God. I know, right? Hugs and so precious.
I think that's such a beautiful thing to like interact with somebody every week online and then see them in person. It's like, oh my gosh.
I didn't recognize her first with masks and everything, but when she told me who she was, it was a wrap. It was like tears and hugs and everything all over the place. It was so amazing.
Let me see what else. I see Kelly Nicole Williams. Oh, she responded to Shantae Anderson, who said, I had 2 mental breakdowns because of sickle cell crisis. Trying to understand what happened caused this problem. And then Kelly's response was, Sometimes there's nothing to blame it on, and there is little we can do to stop it. Please do not torment yourself for something that you have no control over or fault in. It's very great advice, especially considering that we're just coming off of our narrative month. Finding a way to
Right.
restructure your narrative and apply that and the before, during, and after crisis narrative, and how you're able to rewrite that for yourself.
Right. Great reminder. And if the mental breakdown, Kelly, was associated with the crisis, the crisis in itself has so much trauma. We've also talked about that each crisis in itself is a traumatic event, and that sometimes that alone is enough because it disrupts your life from what your baseline was before. And it is, not recognized enough, but I'm really happy to say that more and more people are talking about how this disease process affects the mental and the physical, and that you cannot and should not ignore one for the other, that both need an equal amount of attention. So a lot more providers are really recognizing that, and that there is a way to really approach that. So hopefully this community, Kelly, can help you know that you're supported and give you a group to lean on, and hopefully serve as a tool to heal from whatever mental challenge you might be experiencing that's associated with your crisis, because we really want that. We've had some warriors, I've known some warriors that in hospital, they're like, Doc, I just turn you guys on when I'm in the bed at the hospital. And that in itself just gets me through the next, 30 minutes and 45 minutes. So we really want this circle, like we say, the soul healing circle, to be that moment for everyone and anyone wherever they are along their journey. I know that this initiative helps me a lot when I'm going through my ups and downs, when I'm not well, and when I'm in a crisis. And many of the leadership team people have been the ones that I've either reached out to, or they've called me when they knew I wouldn't call, but they knew I needed something. And I was so thankful. Oh my goodness, I was so thankful. And that in itself was a blessed moment. So I'm just sharing another blessing, Amanosi. I'm sorry, I'm just adding to the list.
We can keep going on and on. That's how many blessings we have. But going off of that, we've been saying the word blessing, 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 and blessed warrior moment. But what necessarily is, I guess, our own personal definitions of a blessing? Because it can be so many things for so many different people. But what is blessing to you?
Sade is back. I don't know if she wanted to share.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hi. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I've been having audio issues for the longest, and I think I can have my camera on now. Okay. Hi, everyone. Very excited to be with you today. So for kickstarting, I think it's important to understand the difference between the reason why we're saying we're blessed, rather of focusing on another usage of words such as lucky, because lucky in a way talks about just like something happened randomly. Whereas when you're talking about blessed, it talks about divinity, and then it shifts the focus that what you're going through, or something that really spoke to you, it was intentional. That there was a higher power that was putting things together, putting things in place. For you to have that moment that made you think like, oh wow, that was a blessing. So personally, my definition of blessing is the help of God, or the license of God just upon a person's life to get them to where they need to go to. And that's why blessings come in different forms. There's financial blessings, there are affirmations, blessings in the form of affirmation. So, I think a definition that just sums it up is just, the help of God that gets you to where you need to get to, makes you move from one location to another, to make a situation come to a fruitful end, or even to a fruitful beginning. So we're really looking forward to hearing what you guys think of what blessing is.
Wait, but before you unmute, we want to hear your blessing from the week.
I wanted to just jump in and ditto the definition, but I also wanted to add joy. So for myself, I look at it having joy in spite of, because a um, a situation, a particular place that you might be in, or something that you might be going through, um, I don't want that to dictate um, whether it's my blessing or how I view the world or view my life. And so for myself to add on, for me is joy, the ability to have joy in spite of that which is present at the moment. So having joy, even if having a pain episode, and I'm not talking about having a party. I mean that I'm even in my thoughtfulness of being blessed and still being thankful, whether things are great, things are a little down, or um, having pain, or whatever that might be. The ability to have joy in spite of is what I would add for myself.
I love that. I feel like joy should be at the center, of things that make us smile or things that make us get a new perspective on something. Joy really is the key. Thank you.
Tima.
I'm just loving the answers. I ditto the joy. Find just there's moments of just whether I'm with my husband or when I'm with my son or just I just find happiness in being a mom and a wife because I never thought I'll be able to do that. So every day I just kind of relish in that miracle. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It
I
is.
love that. If I were to add, I think blessings are just, it's a very big word because it can encompass so many different things. So I would say it's anything that shifts my vibration, kind of the who that I am, even the feel that I feel in a way that awakens me, so to speak. If I were to just add to what everyone else is saying, because I'm in complete agreement, I think, as I've grown, I've learned and expanded that definition of blessing. And so I'm always so careful in when I describe it or use it to almost not restrict it, because almost every breath that I take is in itself a blessing. So if I had to try to encompass that in words, I would say it's anything that kind of elevates me or elevates my vibration to this point of awareness of the magic that just surrounds me. And Dima just actually said the word magical, because I think so many things are magical and we can stop and be like, oh my goodness, that was great in its simplicity, in the beauty that just is it in the moment is always a blessing. So I've learned to expand my definition, and I would say that that's the broadest I can think right now. So I'm going to use those words for blessing. Every moment is one.
Yeah,
And
and I agree.
sorry.
No, I agree with you.
Oh, okay, cool. I like when we agree. I like when we align. I had seen some other comments that had popped up. I think even Dr. Bailey was on and made a comment. I'm not sure if we saw. Yeah, we saw some of what you. Oh, it was great to see you all. You too. I see that one. That one she's saying it was great to see us all at the leadership summit, and it was. It so was. Etta, what's a blessing for you? We'd love to hear Dr. Bailey. What's a blessing for you? Etta, what's a blessing for you? Kelly, and I think you said something. Sharonda, what's a blessing for you? Our anchor extraordinaire. We would not.
Kelly, for her blessing. Kelly said for her blessing, she said, I'm so blessed to be alive. I'm blessed because I'm able to love and serve others. I'm blessed to have lived to see my latter years be better than my former. I have learned the art of contentment apart from my circumstance. I live in abundance and favor.
Ooh, I know, right, Dr. Ali is clapping. I started snapping. Yes, that's a big one. Well
It is.
said, Kelly. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. So beautiful and powerful.
Yes. And I see another one from Barbara Joanne Lewis. She first said, I've always thought that sickle cell not only causes distress in the body as well as the mind. I've been in therapy for some time now and highly recommend it. And also said that find the joy in your crisis, look for the positive.
Yes.
I see joy as a theme
Thank you, Barbara. We
today.
always talk about that, to find the positives within when you're in the eye of the storm. Different people have described the crisis in so many different ways, and they've added words to it and expressed it. But one of the things we have talked about during our sessions is how do you try to find the positive, the silver lining, the moment of joy within. And Dr. Rowley actually just referenced it. Even when you're not well, there is still something to be thankful for. And I would say that whatever it is, that thing to be thankful for is the blessing, right? Is the joy within the eye of the storm, because there is no yin without yang. We get both. Thank you, Barbara. That was awesome.
Etta Carter said for her blessing, I'm blessed to be alive and trying new things like public speaking. That's
I love
courageous.
that. Etta, you did mention talking in public and public speaking when we were at the Leadership Summit, and you have such a beautiful voice and a very thought out process. And Etta was very clear. You're very clear, so we support you in that journey of public speaking, and we completely believe in the power that you have as an advocate and the power in your voice. So we champion you. Thank you for sharing that. I love it, guys. We have such an amazing community, and I love when people share and answer the questions and share their thoughts with us.
I'm seeing some more come in. I see Heart to Heart with Heather B. said, I am blessed with good doctors that respect me both professionally and personally. They take me seriously and follow up on my concerns. I love that. And then, Sharonda said, my blessing this week was the ability to just be, and I got a chance to create a conference to rest and go back to the things that I love to do.
I saw some of those pictures of the things you love to do, Miss Sharonda. You were looking very beautiful on that week post Leadership Summit. I was checking you out. Yes, she she had some events and some birthdays, and it's just beautiful to see people share their joy. Back to the word that Dr. Rowley used. Her blessing is just being joyful, and to be able to see those joyful moments, and even the conversation. Actually, Sharonda and Dr. Bailey did a post-conference conversation. And I have to say, you guys, it was just a stream of joy. They were just talking about how wonderful it was to see people, what some of the highlights were from the conference, what take-home messages they had. It was just a beautiful conversation. So there was a lot of joy, and they shared, I would say, a lot of blessings. And Dr. Rowley was part of an amazing panel Thursday evening with that's Sickle Red. I apologize. It was a fine wine, and they were sharing their things post menopause and growing, and women living with sickle cell, and there were so many blessings and nuggets of information during that panel. So I just felt like everybody was raining blessings on everyone all week and every day. That was a very powerful conversation. Also, that was pretty amazing.
Look at these answers. I think from what I'm gathering, I'm seeing the oh, you see that, Dr. Rowley?
Dr. Rowley, there's a comment straight to you from Heart to Heart.
Well, thank you, Heather B. And I'm glad that that even though this was based upon Women's History Month, I'm
Mhm.
so glad that the males were in the house. So please thank your husband for me. Thank you.
We always like the males. We always bring them in the fold, never leave them out, right? I think someone else is sharing another blessing.
Oh,
Do I see a
Yeah.
65th birthday coming up?
Yes, it
Yes.
passed March 31st. Happy birthday to Barbara.
Blessings.
Yes.
We always say that our birthdays are milestones, right? Within our community.
no, they are. And Dr. Marjorie, 65, seriously?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. And
Yeah.
we do not take that for granted.
No,
We
we
do
do
not
not.
take that number for granted. So I'm so happy that you're keeping on, keeping on. So good for you.
Mhm. And we feel blessed that you shared that with us because it's just so much that we carry from day to day, and we know how important that special day is. So we feel blessed and honored that you feel comfortable enough with us to share that, and we can celebrate you and your special day. I know a couple of birthdays, I know, right? A couple of birthdays are coming up of people that I know are preparing for their birthdays and making it the special day that it should be, or week. I think, in the African tradition, I think some tribes celebrate for 30 days, and I'm all about it. Give me 30 days. I will champion the celebration. Well, happy early birthday. And we're going to get ready. September, that's a double whammy. That's a special month and a special person. We will be there for it. We will be there for it. You're welcome, Barbara.
This was lovely to see everybody's responses.
Agreed.
And blessed warrior moment. We're all warriors. So it's acknowledging everybody and not just highlighting, one or two people and how their blessing affect them that week, but everybody's week, month, year.
I did, if I can interject. So, and I know that we did share, but I want to make sure that it was, trying to go back here.
Mm-hmm.
Shantae. So she did use the word, and we did actually acknowledge. If I recall, Shantae, you mentioned mental breakdown, so we wanted to make sure that we left you with something specific. But I believe that you stated that you had sickle cell in your feet. I know I saw it. I don't see it now. But can we do something, you guys, to make sure that not only for Shantae, but others who might be having difficulties, yes, maybe having difficulty finding that blessing, joy in the midst right now, because she's mentioning specifically a mental breakdown. So I just wanted to make sure that we circle back before signing off.
Oh no, absolutely. And can we put our Shantae, or again, I apologize. I thought it was someone else, and I mentioned someone else's name associated to it. No, we definitely don't want to miss anyone. Can we put our email address maybe in the chat box, you guys, so that if they can need someone else or need some more support, we can reach out to them. Or anyone listening, if you want to put your contact information in for us, we will reach out to you. Either way that works. And that's why we're here. And thank you, Dr. Ali, for going back and circling back. We would love to be there and support you in whatever way that you need, besides what we're providing here during our healing circle. That is what we are here for. Awesome. Eminosi, did you have any other questions you wanted to ask, or any thoughts you wanted us to share as it relates to the Blessed Warrior moment?
I was just to end it off to give everybody something to think about going into this week. I know with just the way life happens, just life is lifing, you know. So how do we, go through the motions of every day and take a moment and recognize and acknowledge those blessings? So with this week going on, I will pose that question to everybody. How will you take a moment this week to recognize the blessings that will occur in your week?
Um, I have to say that breathing really does a body good and can get one centered, if you're not in pain. But even if you are in pain, I know, believe me, breathing becomes much more labored, and you have to be very careful just how you breathe because we tend to become really stiff, not wanting to move our body. But I have to say that I am mindful of breathing when I go from, say, project to project, needing to take a stretch and going outside. I'm very mindful of I have to just breathe. It feels good. It allows me to center my attention. And so I think breathing, I will continue to do that throughout the week.
Awesome. I would add being receptive. I think sometimes we get so caught up in our day to day and what we have to do next, or we're already thinking about the end of the week, that we don't give ourselves to just be present in the moment. And in not being present, we miss the beauty of what would be right in front of us. So I would say allow yourself to be receptive and don't underestimate that moment, that blessing, that moment of joy, that moment of beauty is right in front of your eyes in the most simple things. So give yourself an opportunity to notice. And when you do notice, take a moment to pause and soak it in so that you're not just rushing by it, along with the breath and everything else.
Yeah, that's a great one. To be present, because you'll miss things as we do because life just happens. So being able to stop and acknowledge that, that's great. I would say for me and how I would practice that is just to be prayerful. Start my day with prayer, to end my day with prayer, but because of the day to day and like the life in between, life just kind of happens in between. But just stopping and just thanking God for whatever I'm surrounded by, whoever I'm surrounded by, just for being in that present moment. I think that's something to be joyous about and give prayers up for. That's something you unmuted yourself.
Yes. For me, I tend to write things down, and because I tend to forget the positive things that are happening. So writing it down is very important because trauma, like trauma, is like it can be ingrained in us, and the things that happen, it leaves the bad things, whether it be success crisis or something that causes PTSD, it leaves a fingerprint. So I feel like if I write things down, all the good things, I'm able to review it, and then it can counteract the trauma and counteract the issues with sickle cell, and it brings me it brings awareness that yes, there are bad days, but there are also good days too. So I'm going to be more mindful about doing that.
I like that. It becomes tangible when you do that too, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
Still with us?
Yes, I'm still here.
Would you like to share?
So I had audio issues and I was kicked out and I'm back in. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Hey.
But what would you like me to share?
How you're gonna go about recognizing your blessing this week.
I think I really like what you said, Aminosi, and what you said, Dima. I think for me, it's more so about taking a moment to take it all in. Because I always say I'm going to journal this, and then I get home and I just don't. So I'm not the best with writing it down, but I think just being in that moment and taking it all in. Like for example, earlier this week, because I unfortunately I wasn't able to share my blessed warrior moment. I saw someone who I have not seen in so long, because we're even though we're both students, we had a break. Where we were to study and whatnot, and after this break, we all the students got together, um, and it was just such a blessing to be in her presence and to just learn about how she's been doing, because she's been going through a lot of unfortunate events in her life. So I think for me, a blessing was just, being there to listen to her and to just, be present, and then afterwards she had texted me and she said, I just want to thank you for being there for me. And for me, I'm the kind of person that would just brush it away like, oh, I was just being human or I was just being a good person, but I think one thing I need to be more cognizant of is just taking a break, taking a moment, acknowledging what that moment meant to the other person and what it also added to me. And I think that's all part of mindfulness.
Yeah, I agree. Being present and still within the moment.
And I saw that Barbara had a response too, right?
Yeah, there were some comments. She said that breathing is very important. Listen to your body and give it what it needs. Flow through your pain, breathe, and relax. Thank you, and God bless. Another comment. I'm gonna actually take time for myself this week. That being a recurring theme as well. And then Etta said, I plan my week out on Sunday, put it on my calendar and in my phone as well.
Yeah, so everyone, I like what that other person just said, that to plan to take the time out for yourself. We schedule everything else. So in this theme of being aware and breathing and taking a moment to reflect on the blessings, taking time aside for yourself allows you to kind of appreciate everything that's happening around you also. So I like that. Maybe we should all should schedule when our blessed warrior moment will be for the week and put it all over the place so that we can just, as they say, take a moment to just smell the roses because they smell good. They smell amazing. They are. I love that.
May I add one last thing?
Yes.
Okay, so I just want to thank the community for coming out today. And I really appreciated this session that we've had with everyone. But Aminos and I, we don't want this conversation to end here. As you go out throughout this week, this month, this year, whenever you have one of those moments like, oh, I'm blessed, or like, oh, this is a blessed warrior moment, we want you to share that with us. Either you email it to us or put it on our Facebook group, anything. We'd love to just hear from you guys and, see how we're all, living in our blessings.
Perfect point. Yes, you guys, we have a Facebook page. It's just the acronym, right? SC. Somebody can put that in the chat box also, because we post reminders and you can send us a message. As Doreen Sade said, you have our email address. We want to hear about your blessed warrior moments. We want to even take a picture so we can post. We're serious about, starting this and making this our campaign for the year. And by the end of the year, we're just going to have we're going to be raining blessings, which I think is going to be an amazing thing. And we get to share what those moments have been, and it'll bring us all joy. And we can really stand in our grace and thank each other and thank our Maker through prayer that we've been able to share in the blessings. And in turns with that, should we take our 3 community breaths to close, or would anyone else like to just add anything else, or anyone who's listening to us, they have a final thing they'd like to share? I love it. She said hashtag blessed moments. Yes, that's we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Hashtag blessed moments for sure. All right, community, let's get grounded one more time. Oh, taking a deep breath in, inhale, hold it, slowly exhale, and hold. Another breath in, fill up those lungs, fill up your belly, feel your heart swell, hold it, and gently exhale and hold it. One more, make this your deepest breath in, 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 in. Take in that blessed warrior moment, hold on to it, reflect on it, and gently exhale, exhale, exhale. Release it and share it with the community. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for another healing, soul healing circle with our initiative. We look forward to seeing you. Well, next Sunday is Easter Sunday, so we will not be here, but we will be thinking of you. Please join us the following Sunday for our next one. All right? Be well, everyone, and be blessed.
Bye.
That was awesome.
That was nice.
Thank you, interns.
I love that.
Hold on,
Dr. Rowley, you're muted.
moment. Hold on, just one moment. We are having trouble disconnecting.
Okay.
Oh, okay.